I can hear the rustle of the wheat fields blowing softly on the plain, and the tall pines of your northland make me want to come back home to you again, where a little woodland stream so swiftly runs. There's an understanding heart in every soul that dwells upon your gentle land, and the kind of hospitality that lets you help a neighbor when you can, where a man has room to see the setting sun. Saskatchewan, there's a hometown waiting there for me, with friends I've been away from far too long, and the yearning that I feel inside will never leave my mind till I am gone. So I'll see you once again before I'm done. Saskatchewan, I have traveled everywhere, from wide and ranging mountains to the sea, and I've never found a home that I will ever hear so fondly calling me. Get set to welcome home a native son. Saskatchewan, 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 Saskatchewan.
Ah, yeah, there we are. Saskatchewan Rocks. That's the name of our show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And that's because next week, you see, I'm not going to have a show because I'm going to be back in Saskatchewan, in Regina. And I thought I would present some Saskatchewan music on the show tonight, with the emphasis on Regina, and I hope you're going to enjoy it, as a matter of fact. We put out some great songs there that I've played on the air many, many, many times. I only wish there were more actually in the library that I download from, but there were a few, and I put as many on as I possibly could. All right, we're also going to have, of course, this date in musical history. Like, as a matter of fact, on this day, back in 1964, Phil Collins had Follow Me with Genesis, and later became a solo star. And when he did that, he did pretty darn good, too, I'll tell you. Here's Phil Collins, and You Can't Hurry Love.
Honey, love, ooh, ease my mind. And I need to find time, someone to call mine. My mama said you can't hurry love. No, you just have to wait. She said love don't come easy, but it's a game of give and take. You can't hurry love. No, you just have to wait. Just trust in the good time, no matter how
You know, I thought he did a wonderful job of that song, which originally, of course, came up by the Supremes in the 60s. And boy, I'll tell you, he really poured it on when he recorded that song. I think it was around about 79, 80, something like that. You know, I forgot to mention about Jim Roberts and the song Saskatchewan, because in 1971 that song was used as the homecoming 1971 tribute to the province of Saskatchewan. Jim was an awfully nice guy, and boy, I'll tell you, he sure could sing too, as a matter of fact. His brother used to do the weather on CKTV in Regina. So there's a little bit I wanted to tell you about him. Right now, I've got Phil Phillips for you. I'm going to do the Sea of Love one time.
Sea of love, I want to tell you how much I love you. Do you remember when we met? That's the day I knew you were my pet. I want to tell you how much I love you. Come with me to the sea of love. Do you remember when we met? That's the day I knew you were my pet. I want to tell you how much I love you. Come with me to the sea of love. Do you remember when we met? That's the day I knew you were my pet. I want to tell you how much I love you.
Phil Phillips and the Sea of Love on tonight's dance party on Revere's Records. So nice to have you around. Tonight, as a matter of fact, as you look up and see that my theme for tonight is Saskatchewan Rocks. And as a matter of fact, a lot of the music that I'm going to be playing tonight is from Saskatchewan. And it's unfortunate that there are so many groups that I know from there, and so many good records I know from there, that I couldn't find anywhere on the internet. That was really a shame. There was one that I wanted to do for you so much. As a matter of fact, it was Don Young who actually told Greg, and Greg told me where I could find it. Well, I found it, but do you think I could get it into the Spreaker library? No way. This is one of the hardest shows I've actually ever had to put together, Greg.
Yeah.
It's really a tough show.
So you're able to find it, but you couldn't download it.
But I could not. Actually, it wasn't download. I could download, but I couldn't upload.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, it really is, because it's such a good song, you know.
It was recorded in a basement, Paul.
Is that right, eh?
I think the guy's name was Earl Brown, and he had
you're right.
He had a sound, a recording studio think it was on Angus Street across from Canada Safeway.
I remember where that was. Yeah.
But they recorded that in his basement, and it was Bill Coulter, who used to, I think he also had a band, Bill and the Furies, or Bill Fury and the Canadian Downbeats.
That's right.
Yeah, and that's going back a long time ago.
It is so.
Yeah, that's too bad. Well, maybe you can figure it out at another time and play it.
Another thing I wanted to do was play the Andante's Don King's band.
Right.
But nowhere on the internet can I find it.
Well, you know, when you meet up with Don Young there, maybe he can, maybe he has them in his library and somehow he can get them over to you.
I know he has them because when I was working at CJTR he brought them up to the studio and I played them on the air that time. And I couldn't believe how good that band was.
Oh, they were very good.
They were tremendous.
They were, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to do some music from other people from Saskatchewan. For a matter of fact, this is one, as a matter of fact, that came from the Piapot Reserve in Saskatchewan, which is not that far from Regina, by the way. She has won so many. She's won Grammys. She's won Oscars. She has just done wonderful, wonderful things with her music and with her charity organizations and what have you. Just does a wonderful job. Now you'll see at the top of this song on the console here, it'll say Marie. Now, that was her last name. I don't know how that got on there. There was a lot of editing I did not get done today. And like I said, this is one of the toughest shows I've ever had to put together. But the name of this song, and you will know it when I tell you, Buffy St. Marie. And she was the one who wrote and recorded Universal Soldier First.
He's 6'4". He fights with missiles and with spears. He's all of 31 and he's only 17. He's been a soldier for 1,000 years. He's a Catholic, a Hindu, an atheist, a Jain, a Buddhist and a Baptist and a Jew. And he knows he shouldn't kill, and he knows he always will kill you for me, my friend, and me for you. And he's fighting in Canada, he's fighting in France, he's fighting in the USA. And he's fighting for the Russians, and he's fighting for Japan. And he thinks we'll put an end to war this way. And he's fighting for democracy or fighting for the Reds. He says it's for the peace of all. He's the one who must decide who's to live and who's to die.